Good evening, Keto and Wrestling family. Matt Joyce here with my broadcast colleague.
This is Johnny Boots. It's the Iron Man Wrestling Federation.
And we're here tonight for a fatal four-way tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Hardcore Championship, which is being reintroduced here tonight.
What a ladder match.
And here comes Poppy Ed.
That ladder looks like it's made out of cardboard.
Hailing from parts unknown.
What is he wearing on his head?
He's ready to tear it up with those boxing gloves here. And I'm not sure when's the last time he saw a dentist.
Look at the road dog, Sparky Bear. He's a Labrador retriever that is not retrieving anything.
He's starting the action right away. He's going after Poppy. Look at that. And there's Poppy fighting back for his life here. The Road Dogg using his sharp teeth here. Road Dogg just ripped Poppy's glove right off of his hand. The Road Dogg starting the action right away.
Jim Dim, the hillbilly from the bayou.
The Road Dogg's ready to rage war here, and there's Jim Dim from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Flipping into the action here.
Jim Dim looks dangerous. Don't touch him. I wouldn't touch that man with a 10-foot pole. Look at him. Looks like a nutcase.
Looking to win his first hardcore championship here in the IWF.
Why does Jim Dim walk like that?
And look at that ladder.
Looks like a duck that's lost its way.
It's sturdy as can be. Look at that. Jim Dim looking to use that ladder to climb up to the top to win that hardcore title.
I am Jim Dim, and I'm here at Backlash 2004, and I'm going to participate in a fatal four-way ladder match with a hardcore title, which is somewhere up there. Now I'm going to be fighting Joe Cool, Special Ed, and the Road Dogg, and I'm going to kick their asses. Now I heard this guy Joe Cool, what I remember was he was late in traffic at WrestleMania 2, and my cousin Knox gave him an ass whooping of his life. And he can expect the same thing from me. Now let's get this match on.
And hailing from Miami, Florida, here comes Joe Cool.
Look at Joe Cool. He's stacked.
What a transformation for Joe Cool from the last time we saw him.
Joe Cool is swole.
Hey, it's Joe Cool. I came last.
Joe Cool looks like he wants to make a statement here tonight.
3 years ago, I came to WrestleMania, IWF, to fight his cousin, Hardcore British Knox. I had respect for this federation when I came in. I didn't have it when I came out. I came here to wrestle Hardcore British Knox. He screwed me. I've come back for revenge.
And if I have to go through every member of his family to get the knocks, I will. Now let's get this brutality battle underway.
His sights better be set on that hardcore title. It's a fatal four-way tables, ladders, and chairs match. Here we go, match underway, and there's Joe Cool attacking Jim Dim right off the get-go. And now he goes after the big man, Poppy. But there's Jim Dim, fires back with a boot to the face. And there's Jim Dim, that taekwondo background. Several kicks knocking Joe Cool off of his feet. There's a chair right to the face.
Go get him.
Right to the midsection, to the back, and there's Poppy.
Get him.
They're double teaming Joe Cool here. Another steel chair to the face. Joe Cool must have clipped him on the way down, and there's Jim Dim with a solid chair to the face of Poppy and to Joe Cool.
Poppy's wobbling. He's hurt.
Let's see a replay of that. Wow. You could just hear that steel chair whacking off of Poppy's head. And there's Joe Cool back on the assault. A spine buster to Jim Dim. And now he's got Jim Dim into a single crab. But Jim Dim reverses it. There's Poppy. Oh, another shot to the kidney, knocking Poppy down to the mat.
Knox, you remember this.
Overpowering Jim Dim here. He's got a headlock locked in. Headlock takedown to Jim Dim, all by some solid rights. Look at those shots by Poppy to no avail. Joe Cool with a clubbing blow to the back of Poppy.
Poppy don't know what hit him.
And there's Jim Dim with a low blow. And now he's got a rope. He's tying up Joe Cool with that rope. But Joe Cool reverses it. Flips Jim Dim right over him.
He picked up Poppy like he was a feather.
Joe Cool looking for a cover here, but the only way to win is to climb up and capture that hardcore title. And there's Poppy Ed trying to assault Joe Cool, and there he goes. A hip toss.
Road Dogg looks concerned for Poppy.
Jim Dim knocks Poppy down to the mat, but there's Joe Cool. Clubbing blow to the back and a belly to back suplex. What force
Come on!
of that suplex. Let's see a replay of that.
Come on, forget about it.
It can't get any better than this, folks.
Come on!
And there's Poppy with another hip toss to Joe Cool.
Ow!
And look at Poppy with minimal effort kicking Jim Dim down on the mat there. And there's a clubbing blow to the back of Joe Cool and a super kick to Joe Cool by Jim Dim. Jim Dim from the top. A jumping kick connects, and there's a kick to Poppy. He sends Poppy down to the mat, connecting with Joe Cool here. Jim Dim setting up a row of chairs. What does he plan to do with these chairs?
Oh.
He's sick. That's sick. Look at him. Sick.
And there's Jim Dim. He sends Joe Cool through a set of chairs. But Joe Cool, he wakes up right away. Look at him. Like it didn't affect him at all. And there he goes, firing back at Jim Dim.
Joe Cool picks him up, drops him down, insult to injury.
Come on.
Hopefully Jim Dim does not steal Road Dogg's biscuits.
And there's Jim Dim slammed through that chair. And there's Poppy. He sends Joe Cool tumbling across the arena, but there he's back up on his feet. He sends Poppy right down to the mat. Jim Dim's got that steel chair. But Joe Cool catches him with that chair. A boot to the midsection of Jim Dim. He's got that steel chair. He just whacked Poppy in the head with it. And Jim Dim just barely got that shoulder up to block it. And there's some elbows right to the back of Poppy. Joe Cool looking to utilize that ladder to start that climb to try to retrieve that hardcore title here. He puts it in position. He's looking to climb up. He's trying to climb up, and then Jim Dim's up. He's got that chair. He whacks Joe Cool in the back, knocking him off that ladder. And right upside the head. Jim Dim whacks Poppy with a box. And now Jim Dim's climbing the ladder. Poppy throws that box right back at Jim Dim, and Jim Dim's falling off that ladder. Oh, but Joe Cool. Another belly-to-back suplex off the ladder. Down to the mat.
There's got to be a complete science formula when it comes to Poppy Ed.
Poppy Ed just whacked Joe Cool in the face with that boxing glove. He's whacking Joe Cool with that boxing glove, but Joe Cool, he just threw Poppy like a sack of potatoes. And whoa, he just hit Jim Dim in the head with a bottle of protein.
I am the winner.
Joe Cool must have picked that up from his local gym there. And there's Jim Dim with a spinning back kick, connects. A bicycle kick. And now he's got a steel chair. He kicks it right into the face of Joe Cool.
Come on, flashlight, come on.
And there's Jim Dim. He's got that steel chair. He throws it into Joe Cool. He catches it and a spinning back kick right through the chair.
Hey.
And now what he's going to do, a rolling thunder. This is Jim Dim's chance to grab that hardcore championship. He's climbing the ladder again, but Joe Cool back up. What's he going to do to Jim Dim here? A snap suplex.
He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He has a method to the madness.
All of that offense, and Joe Cool looks like he's going to climb the ladder himself now. He's climbing. He's to the top. Oh, he just tumbled off the ladder. The ladder broke from underneath him. Too much weight for that ladder. Let's see a replay of that. The ladder gave way, and Joe Cool tumbles down to the mat. That ladder may be broken. And there's Jim Dim with solid kicks to the face. I don't know if that ladder's going to hold. Jim Dim trying to position that ladder, but it looks like that ladder has broken from the base. It's like Jim Dim's going to improvise. He's got a steel chair. Is the Road Dogg purveying the action here. And there's Jim Dim. He's got that ladder. He's whacking that ladder with that steel chair. With Jim Dim underneath. Oh, right to the midsection with that steel chair. He sets up that chair. He looks like he's going to utilize that to somehow grab that championship. He's got another steel chair. Joe Cool throws the ladder off of him. And, oh, Jim Dim sends that chair right to the top of the head of Joe Cool. And there's Jim Dim. Kicks right through the chair. This is Jim Dim's opportunity. He's going for that championship. Oh, but a low blow by Joe Cool. Joe Cool lifts Jim Dim up. He's got him up on his shoulders. What a spine buster.
Powerful, powerful. That's all I gotta say.
And what's he going to do with that ladder? He just tossed it like a piece of trash down to the mat. What the interior decorator he is. He's got a guillotine choke locked in, but Jim Dim, he's reversing it. He's got the mount. He turns into the side mount. He's trying to break free of this guillotine. Both men up to a vertical base. He's broken free of it. Knees to the midsection. And a kick right to the ribs. A knee to the face. What's Jim Dim planning to do here? A bicycle kick right through a table propped up into the corner there. This could be over. That was Jim Dim's finishing maneuver. But here comes Poppy out of nowhere. He just whacked Jim Dim in the head with that box. A chair was conveniently placed right in position, and Poppy takes advantage of the situation. He is the new hardcore champion.
Laugh all you want, but he's walking out the door with the gold. What type of finish was that? That's a WCW finish.
He's got that steel chair. The match is over, but oh, Joe Cool just whacked Poppy in the head with that steel chair. Poppy yet is the victor. He just ripped his shirt. He's got his sights set on Jim Dim. What's he going to do to him? Joe Cool has definitely made a statement here tonight. On behalf of myself and my broadcast colleague,
I'm Johnny Boots.
and I'm Matt Troyce. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Johnny Boots, and we were here to pump you up. Thank you for joining the IWS.